Okay, so in the last video I did, I talked about understanding the line and a simple line game you could do just to try to help you see and ultimately feel the line of attack that you ultimately always want to maintain during whatever motion you're doing, whether it's Chi-Sao, closing the gap, anything you're doing. So we're going to do a little drill, and it's going to be a Lap-Sao drill, and it'll hopefully help you start to see the line and always maintain the line of attack with not just one arm, but ultimately with two. So when we're here, all right. So I've done this drill before where you lock, you come in and you can lock across to the neck, and then you do two attacks. But I want to go into more detail with that as far as when I'm here, like creating my triangle, obviously, I'm going forward, and from here, I lock. So here's my line of attack with my right arm in this instant. But I need to know that my left arm is going to be taking over that next line of attack. So from here, I'm not just thinking forward with that, but I have to be able to ultimately connect the structure. So when this arm has the right extension and release onto it, it goes across into the shoulders. That stretch has to be there, and the stretch in the left or lopping arm has to be there as well. And now from here, I need to be able to release this from the point. So I've got to control this point before I can move on to this point. Because if I try to release here, yeah, he can just come in and easily relop me. So before I go to this line of attack, I've got to be able to control this here, and then I can go forward and do that next attack. So let's take it from the beginning again. From here, I go forward, lap chop. My next line of attack from the Lap-Sao hand goes forward to the target. Now, I need to know this is my line of attack with the next hand. So I want to be able to go forward again, lap, punch with that. And then conversely, I'm not worried about thinking where his attack on me is coming from. Because ultimately, if I know my next line of attack and he tries to go forward to attack me, yeah, I can go forward and always maintain that line of attack. Now, here's my line of attack with my right arm going from out to in. I can come in here, Kao-Sao, chop forward. Okay? So understanding that line game is extremely important because I always need to go forward to the target. I don't want to chase his hands. So when you understand that line game and you put that into play with Chi-Sao drills and then ultimately freestyle Chi-Sao, it will hopefully help you not chase the person's hands. And then in the future, you won't even worry about the idea of thinking, oh, I have to block the person. Like if Phil does some hooking type punch to me here, I'm not thinking I gotta block here or block here with that. No, I'm thinking if this happens here, yeah, I just need to go forward to that line of attack. I'm not thinking I have to block first because self-defense wise, there's two things everybody needs to know for self-defense. It's distance and decision. If I'm in the distance to hit, now it's whoever makes the decision to hit whoever first. So I have to know that. That's a whole other subject I'll get into one day, idea of self-defense. But before you can put in the idea of self-defense to fight, you've got to know how to fight and have some skill to fight. So that's why I place so much importance on not just being able to pull the trigger, that's a mental thing. Yeah, you can just have a gun and pull the trigger, but I've got to be able to understand how I'm standing correctly and aiming the gun, controlling myself so that I can have that line of sight so that I can always shoot the target as needed. Same thing with Wing Chun. I've got to be able to control myself first, naturally, normally, smoothly, fluidly, adjustable. That's what I need to do first before I can go into fight. You know, anybody, anything. You've got to have some level of skill, competence, and it has to be natural, fluid, and just beyond even thinking, just natural reaction. If I think, it's going to be too late. All right? Good luck. Thanks.